Secondary school in Dublin is today concluding a pilot anti-bullying week, which featured senior students seeking the complaints and concerns of younger students on issues including cyberbullying. Now, Drimnagh Secondary School, like most schools in the country, found almost universal use of mobile phones and social networking sites among its students, but the senior students have found a unique insight into many of the issues which have been tragically in the national media over the last few months following a series of suicides. To tell us more, we're joined in studio by two members of the Student Council and two sixth years as well, Warren Farrell even, and Daniel Murphy. Lads, welcome in.
Thank you.
I have to declare, I was talking about you earlier this week because it's my old school, so I was with you out there on Monday. But if I could start with yourself, Daniel. This week, a lot of it has been peer-on-peer stuff. It hasn't really come from the teachers. And just tell me, you two are on the Student Council. How many people are on the Student Council? Because this idea, from what your teachers have told me, came from you and not them.
Yeah, there's 14 on the council at the moment, and the week basically came from Dr. Walsh brought us into the
your principal,
the principal, into the big scary office, and he said that the bullying policies simply weren't good enough. So he asked us to have a look at them, and together we're going to revise them. But the best way of doing research we found was doing a bullying awareness week, and I think that's how it basically stemmed from there. And I don't think we were thinking it was going to be this much of a success, to be honest with you.
Your head's getting big there, Daniel. No, but it has been a huge success. You've done really well. But I did look at the anti-bullying policy. I was making the point to you, Warren, it was like the thing that was in my journal when I was there over a decade ago. And now people are on Facebook. Facebook only exists since 2004 and stuff like that. So you have been, particularly, let's talk about the first and second years and the people who are coming into a new world. You've been doing peer-on-peer stuff with them all this week. What type of thing have you found from them around the issue of social networks?
Well, the feedback, we put general questions to them in the workshops, like how many people use Facebook, how many people know how to block people on Facebook and set up their pages efficiently and safely. And I suppose it's 50-50 who does and who doesn't, and who has the confidence to actually go forward and do that sort of thing if they are getting bullied online. But some of the general feedback from the workshops was first year students saying they feel safer in school, feels like a happier place. General comments after the workshops, and also one that really stood out to us was one saying that they feel more confident and less intimidated by senior students, that they can go to them and talk about their problems if they have any.
And one of the things that has been part of this, and again I've seen it, has been a video, and I have to say you confronted it head on. You didn't dance around stuff, some very tragic stuff like the cases of Ciara Pugsley that have happened over in recent months. But Daniel, just to go back to yourself for a second on what Warren just said there about blocking and setting up your Facebook page properly, and comments that people, bring home with them because it affects them. This is one that parents are struggling for, and it was a point I was to get on top of. It was a point I was making to you. If the students, some young students, don't know how to make their Facebook page safe, their parents certainly don't. And there's been a bit of education around that this week as well. Exactly.
Well, one of our main aims, I think, to do with the week, after the week is finished, we would like maybe the Student Council to run a crash course with the Parents Council to advise them on how to better the parents when it comes to social networking sites. I personally believe that I'd say at least 2/3 of parents don't use Facebook within our school anyway, and how are they to monitor what their kids are saying on Facebook? And I think as well, if there is problems on Facebook, the parents are automatically ruled out when it comes to the students. The students can't go up there and ask for support off them. So.
And Warren, I suppose one of the other things is teachers. I mean, teachers back when I was in school, when this stuff didn't exist, it ended at the school gate. But teachers are kind of also wondering, and some are very, very savvy, where does their authority end and where does it start? Because something that's said on a Friday evening on Facebook, is that the teacher's responsibility? Probably not. I mean, they're off work.
Yeah, it's a fine line. We were talking about it in the Student Council in our meetings. Like, there's a fine balance between the teacher's responsibility to students and the students' own responsibility to each other. So it's kind of have to look at that, and also the line between having crack and banter with students and actually bullying itself. So there's a fine line between everything, especially on cyberbullying.
All right, lads. Look, thank you both for coming in to us this morning. Warren Farrell and Daniel Murphy are both sixth-year students and members of the Student Council at Drimnagh Secondary School in Dublin. It's the end of their anti-bullying week, and I know from talking to people that a lot of other schools are going to do similar things in the new year. But thank you both for coming in to us this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.